Greetings and salutations. Today we'll take a look at Ultimate Heavy Grooves from Middleton. So I haven't picked up too much in the Black Friday sales, but I did notice last night that Josh Middleton and Middleton have put on sale 30% off their products. So I decided to grab his new MIDI pack, Ultimate Heavy Grooves. It's no secret that I love MIDI grooves for my songs. I'm always trying to look for new diverse ways to improve the sounds, make the songs a little bit more interesting. And one thing for me especially that does that is drums. I feel like you can have the most boring guitar riff on the planet, and yet if you put a really interesting and good drum beat to them, then you're gonna get an interesting song. So I'm just gonna make this really quick. I wanted to get it out so you guys could see that it's on special, go over, maybe give it a try. I will be straight up and say that there's a lot of beats in this pack, but I did find that probably the only thing I can complain about is, like, don't get me wrong, they're all played really well, they all sound excellent, but I love the fills. The fills really sell this for me. And but I did notice a lot of the beats throughout the different songs at different tempos are kind of the same. You don't get a lot of variety. This is only one pack after all. This isn't a range of packs. Usually if you go to buy MIDI packs, if you go to buy one pack, it's usually pretty much the same across the board. There is a fair bit of a variety here, and if you chop them up like I always do, you know, move them around and stuff, you can definitely get some interesting combinations. So other than that, there is a fair bit here for the price. It's £20, which in Australia works out to be at least just over $40. So it's not on the cheaper side, but it's still definitely worth it. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna play a song now that I did last night. So I'm not gonna play it on the guitar because I simply can't play it. I only wrote it last night and I just can't even remember the riffs that I wrote. So I'm just gonna have the drums as the backing, and you can have a quick listen to some of the MIDI grooves that I did. After that, we'll go over to my computer and I'll show off some of the MIDI grooves in Ultimate Heavy Drums, because they're definitely worth it. So sit back, enjoy the song. Only goes for about 2 minutes, but sit back, enjoy the song, and as always, please like and subscribe, and enjoy indeed. Thanks, guys. Greetings and salutations, guys. Obviously at my computer again in Reaper. So we're going to check out the Ultimate Heavy Drums Ultimate Heavy MIDI pack. Okay, so this is on sale right now, so you can go pick it up. I believe he's got a 30% off sale. It is usually £20. I think the 30% off brings it down to £14. So not too bad. Still cost me $28 due to obviously conversion rate of Australian dollars, which sucks, but it is what it is. So anyway, we're going to check it out. I'll do a little quick rundown on what I did for the song. So obviously Ultimate Heavy Drums, a little bit of EQ, just a little bit white 2A compression on the drums there. So nothing much. This is my preset. I'll give you a quick listen how that sounds. Obviously, all the samples I used, all the grooves I used in this song were all from the Ultimate Heavy pack. So no trickery. As you can see, I chopped them up. I like to keep things interesting, moving shit around. I'll use sometimes just the first half of a beat from one, second half of the beat from another MIDI groove, or even, you know, first half, second half, first half. It just depends on how you feel. I like to mix it up just so that my beats aren't the same as everyone else's beats, so they sound a little different. You might use a little section, but then it changes it up. So for guitars, I did use, come on man, you can't not mix Josh Middleton's tonality with Josh Middleton drums. I mean, how can you not do that? Still waiting on that bass amp, Josh, if you ever watch this, for sure. You know, not a MIDI bass. We want a bass amp plug in, because some of us actually play bass to our songs. So all right, that's not a jab either. I don't care if you want to, anyone who wants to use MIDI bass, go for it, but I still prefer the sound of an actual bass playing. I've always found a MIDI bass just a little too mechanical, a little too tight or something. It just doesn't, not my cup of tea. But anyway, let's move on. So Parallax for bass, Josh Middleton for guitars, and Ultimate Heavy Drums for drums. Okay, so the MIDI packs. So if we go over to the grooves, if you do buy it, you're not sure how to install it, you go to classic view, and then when you see Ultimate Heavy Drums, like, so you go up to view, you make sure you're on classic view. When you see Ultimate Heavy Drums, you click the little arrow down here, and then you open the folder containing the folder, and you got MIDI files, and then you drag them into there. Middleton Ultimate Metal MIDI pack. You drag the folder into there. You'll obviously have to restart Contact for it to recognize. So, all right, so let's get rid of the side pane. So we're just at here, and then the grooves. Okay, so this is the core patterns that came. You only get like that many out of the core patterns that come with Ultimate Heavy Drums. There is some great stuff here, but like, because these MIDI patterns are actually really long. Like, they're almost like, you know, the length of like half a song, sometimes a full song. So you can chop and change those up really good too. There's some great stuff in there, but this is the actual pack. So you get 14 songs in there. You got a bunch of fills and a bunch of grooves in each one. So you get quite a fair bit of stuff. They're done by BPM. I think I've just got the song set to 155 at the moment, but obviously being MIDI, it will match the tempo of your song anyway. Sorry, I'm just having a morning coffee as well. I do believe that Josh said that if you do like 120 BPM MIDI grooves at say 200, they might sound a bit funny because of the human mapping and stuff, but you just got to adjust them a little bit sometimes and that. So anyway, let's have a listen to a few. I love the feels. Oh, that one there is great. All right, feel the grooves. Really nice articulations in the snare and stuff. Like, I love how that comes up nice and soft and gets right into it. Really good for like a sort of crescendo building thing at the end of a riff to go into a new riff, which I really love. See, obviously these grooves are meant to be played at, like, as you can see, 220. So if I change my tempo on my song to 220, which is going to speed up my song, but that's okay. This is how these grooves are meant to sound. But the good thing is, even if I slow down to say 110, they still don't sound too bad. Obviously that's a slow one. and then back up to where my original tempo was, which is 155. So all the grooves sound really good at any tempo, which is really good. So, you know, if you're doing a 110 BPM, even the ones from the faster packs still work great. There's no problems. You might find a few niggly little things. I find mainly just in fills, sometimes they get a bit funny, but very rarely. So, you know, whether you're doing a 200 BPM or 100 BPM or 150 or whatever, you can use pretty much any of the fills or any of the grooves from any of the songs. So it works out really well. So anyway, that's pretty much Ultimate Heavy MIDI Groove Pack. So definitely go check it out. Link to Josh's channel and Middleton's page in the description. Go give him a like and a sub. Go check out the page. 30% off at the moment, I believe. Well, it has to be because I paid for it last night. Hope you enjoyed the song. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. And as always, enjoy indeed. Thanks, guys.